Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be filming with the new Nude palette by Huda Beauty, and I'm so excited to try this, but I'm also really nervous because this palette has got to be the most beautiful palette I think I've ever seen in my life. It is stunning in the palette itself. I don't even know what to expect when I put it on my eyes, but all I know is when I opened this, I was literally like speechless. It is so freaking beautiful. I can't, if you have not seen this yet, oh my god, you're in for a treat because this is stunning. So I actually picked this baby up on my birthday because my brother was so kind and got it for me for my birthday. What a bloody legend. Here she is. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Even the packaging itself is so stunning. I just can't even deal. So this baby cost me $95. Well, actually, it cost my brother $95. But if you want to pick her up, she is $95 in Sephora. Or you can just go straight to the Huda Beauty website and grab her there. So here she is. I'm so excited to play with this. I'm just going to jump on into this because, like, I thought about doing swatches and then I was like, you know what? I actually don't want to like swatch this and ruin this palette because it's so freaking beautiful. I just can't. Like, these like big chunky bits of pearlescent shadow is just so freaking stunning. I can't even deal. So in the whole palette itself, you're getting 18 shadows, and 10 of those shadows are what Huda calls a buttery matte. So I'm very excited to try that because that sounds like those mattes are going to be really, really blendable. Also getting 4 multi-reflective shadows. So that would be these ones here that have those really chunky bits of pearlescent eyeshadow in there. That's the one that I don't want to ruin because in the pan it just looks so freaking stunning, but I will be trying them out today. Don't worry, I'm not going to just not use the palette. This is a first impression after all. You're also getting 2 pressed glitters, which are these 2 babies here. I'm really, really excited to try these, but I'm not sure if I'll use them in today's look just because I have a look in mind that I want to do. Pressed glitter to me is something I've actually never tried before. It's a new concept to me. I'm not even sure how I would work with it. So I might just do a little bit of research before I dive into some pressed glitters. But if you've got any advice, let me know in the comments because I'm a newbie to this stuff. Also getting 1 pressed pearl eyeshadow, which I believe is this one here. It's kinky, it's like a shimmer eyeshadow shade. And then finally, you actually get a concealer in here. So this baby here is called Concealed, and it's actually a concealer. And I think that is so genius because the amount of times I need a concealer to do a cut crease, imagine if you're traveling or something, you just don't have it on you. If it's in the palette, you're good to go, you know? Alright, so let's just dive on into this. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit. I was very, very brave in wearing white today. I'm really hoping that these shadows don't create fallout because this shirt is going to be toast. So I already prepped my eyes. I've got my eyeshadow base on and I've also set that. So now I'm just going to go in with my Sigma E35 brush. This is one of my absolute favorite blending brushes, and if you guys didn't know, you can get 10% off Sigma goodies with my code CHELSE10. Okay, so I'm going to start out with the shade Tickle. Okay, there's not too much fallout in the pan. It's a good sign. I'm just going to run this through the crease. I've actually really been loving Huda Beauty shadows at the moment. I've been obsessed, excuse the pun, with the Obsessions palettes. I think I want to collect them all. They are so freaking stunning. If you have any suggestions for the next one for my collection, please let me know. I'm all for it. Okay, so far this is very pretty. It's like a very soft, I want to say like a mauvey pink. It's not super intense. It's just like a really soft mauve or mauve, however you say it. Now I'm swapping over to my Sigma E25 brush. I'm going to go in with the shade Spanked. Spanked. That was really aggressive, sorry. The way that I said that was very aggressive. I'm going to pop this in the outer corner of my eye and through the crease. Again, not too much fallout in the pan. Not enough to be concerned about anyway. Oh, these are so pretty. I'm just blending out these edges now. Now I'm going to go in with the shade Raw, and I'm going to pop that through the crease just to deepen it up. And you guys, these are blending so nicely. It's taking very little effort for me to get this nice and blended, which is a good sign. I'm going to go back in with that shade Tickle, and I'm just going to run this underneath the lower lash line. Now I'm going to take my Sigma E35 brush again, and I'm going to go in with the shade Teddy, because I just want to make sure this lower lash line is nice and blended, and I want to blow it out a little bit, but I don't want it to be too purple. So I think Teddy is just going to be like the perfect brownie peachy color to kind of tie everything together. Now I'm going to take the shade Love Bite, and I'm going to go in with my Sigma E47 brush for this, which is just like a teeny tiny little brush. And I'm just going to kind of deepen up the crease a little bit more and run it underneath the lower lash line just to kind of deepen those areas up. Swapping back to my Sigma E25 brush, I'm going to just go through the crease. I'm not going to add any more product to this brush. I'm just going to kind of make sure everything's nice and blended. You guys, this has been so easy to blend, honestly. And these colors, oh, they're super pigmented, so easy to blend. Alrighty, I'm pretty happy with where these shadows are at the moment, so I want to jump in and try the concealer. Now I'm really hoping that this goes well, because I feel like putting concealer in a palette to be used as like an eyeshadow base is such a good idea, but it's only a good idea if it's actually good, you know? I'm gonna do a cut crease today, and usually you guys know I would do this with like my NARS Creamy Concealer or a Born This Way concealer, which is quite liquidy, and then I can do that trick where I just open my eyes and let the crease kind of cut itself. But because this is literally like a cream in a pan, it's kind of hard for me to do that. So I've got my Sigma E58 brush. This is a cream color brush. I'm just going to kind of give it a go. I'm just going to try and cut the crease as best I can. Have a look at that consistency. I'm just going to start by patting this on. Okay, you know what? I'm not actually mad at that. It's not too bad. Kind of allowed me to do the trick as well. The only thing that I will say is now that I've gone in with the concealer on top of shadow, the concealer now going back into it is like kind of like a pinky color, but I guess I can kind of like wipe that off. You know what? This is actually really good. You know what? I'm not mad at that. It's not bad. If I needed to use a concealer and I didn't have a concealer on me, or you know, like I was traveling or whatever, it was just easier to go straight in with this concealer, I would totally use it. But yeah, the only thing that I was saying like before, the concealer kind of is like pink. Okay, I think that is as good as it's going to get. I'm pretty happy with it though. I mean, it's just as good as I would normally do. I'm not mad at it. I think it's actually performing really, really well. I do feel like it's gonna run out pretty quick though. Like I will run out of the concealer before I run out of anything else in the palette, but hey, I can always just use another concealer. It is good though, especially if you wanted to use this just as a base for your eyeshadow. So if you weren't cutting a crease or anything like that, if you literally just wanted to use it as like a primer for your eyeshadow, I think it's really, really good. It's also quite sticky as well, so I really feel like the glitter, the pressed glitter would work really well on top of this. I'm not gonna go in with that today because I really wanted to try the shade Kinky. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Kinky. First I'm gonna go in with a shader brush, and then I'm gonna try my finger just to see which works best. That actually stuck to that eyeshadow base so easily. What the hell? It's a lot darker than I thought it was. I probably didn't really need to worry so much about cutting the crease. It is very pretty. It's like a really nice shimmer shade. Don't even need to use my finger. Oh, this is really, really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but it kind of reflects all kind of different like reds, and it's kind of reflecting like pinks, purples, reds. It's a little mixture of everything. It's really nice. I'm going to go back in with Love Bite now, and I'm just going to deepen up this outer corner. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the shade Crave, which looks like the most beautiful eyeshadow I think I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm going to put this in the inner corner. Oh, so excited for this. So for this I'm taking my Sigma E30 brush. This is like a really perfect little pointy brush just to really get in there. Oh, it's so pretty. In real life, this is like reflecting green and orange and all sorts of beautiful shades. So pretty. Seriously, like that is the most beautiful inner corner highlight. Oh, stunning. Okay guys, so that is my eyeshadow done. I'm gonna go in with the rest of my makeup and then I will be back with you in just a sec. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I have to say I am so in love with Huda Beauty shadows at the moment. I just find the quality of them is so good. They blend beautifully. I feel like they last really nicely throughout the day. I gotta say I'm actually pretty impressed with this concealer. It really did get that pressed pearl shadow to really like get on there, and it's like not moving. I didn't have any fallout. I wore white and I've come out unscathed, so I think everything's pretty good with fallout in terms of this palette. I have to say I was pretty impressed with the concealer, to be honest. It was probably the one thing that I was like, I'm not gonna like it, and I just made up in my mind that I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I totally was surprised. I really feel like I didn't need to do all the cut crease stuff because the shadow ended up being quite similar in color anyway. But in terms of getting your shadow to stay all day long, I feel like it's a really good concealer for that. Some of the other concealers that I normally use in my videos aren't actually designed to be an eyeshadow base, so they do kind of slip around a little bit. And that's sort of why I like to use them, because I find creating the cut crease with a slipperier kind of more liquidy concealer a lot easier. It does kind of mean that the wearability of it, like for the longevity of your eyeshadow, isn't as great. But I really feel like this concealer was super tacky and the eyeshadow just really like stuck to it. I hope that you guys did enjoy this makeup look as well, because I've kind of been searching through the hashtags on Instagram, and I've seen a few photos floating around, and a lot of people are doing like really soft, pretty glam makeup looks, and they're certainly using all these multi-reflective shadows, which are so stunning, and I definitely want to use them. But I just thought for my first impression I'm going to do something a little bit different. I haven't really seen people do kind of like a darker look with this palette. It's sort of more of those soft colors, and they're using these darker colors just to like deepen up the crease or the outer corner. But I just wanted to like really hero the darker shades in this palette. I just kind of wanted to show you guys that this palette doesn't need to be used just to create the one look. You know, there's certainly some darker shades in here. There's this beautiful pressed glitter, which I'm yet to try, and I definitely want to do a look with really soon. Like Love Bite is obviously very dark as well, so I just wanted to show you that while there are these really nice soft shades around here where you could definitely create like a beautiful everyday soft glam, there's also the darker option, so you can create more of a dramatic look if you're going out or whatever the occasion might call for. I feel like this palette has got you covered. It is so pretty. I definitely want to work with it again, so let me know what kind of look you want to see next. Do you want to see a softer look? I'm really keen to try those glitters as well. So I hope you guys like this palette, because I'm going to be using it a lot. I would highly recommend getting your paws on this palette, just because I know that the price point is really high, but the quality of shadows, how beautiful they are. The concealer is actually really good, turns out. And you know, in the one palette you're getting mattes, you're getting glitters, you're getting 2 pressed glitters, you're getting this pressed shimmer shade, and you're also getting 4 multi-reflective shadows. So you really are getting a lot of different kinds of shadows out of this one palette, and so far I think they're very high quality. I'm yet to try the glitters, but honestly, I love it. I love it. And I just feel like this palette is so wearable. I know that this particular look that I've got on today is a little bit more dramatic, but I just feel like you could create so many different soft everyday wearable looks with this. It's super versatile, and the colors aren't too crazy dramatic. So if you're the kind of person that just likes to stick to really wearable kind of like soft browns and things like that, this is probably going to be a really great palette for you to play with and get out of your comfort zone, because you are going to have the safe zone colors that are sort of down here where they're kind of like those soft browns. These are kind of on the more like mauvey side though. Like the brown itself, it kind of, when I put it in the crease I was like, it's a little bit more pinky like purple. But if you're someone who does prefer these kind of like safe colors, I highly recommend this, because you're gonna have all your safe colors, but you're also gonna have a little bit of drama too, and that's what I love. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and watching me just play with this palette for the first time. I really enjoy these style of videos. And as always, if you are interested in any of the other makeup on my face, if you want to know what I used, I always post all my makeup looks over on my Instagram, and it will have all the product breakdown for you. So make sure you head over there if you want to check that out. But otherwise, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you have tried this palette for yourself, what kind of looks you want me to see next. And yeah, that's it, you guys. I hope that you have an awesome day, and I will see you in my next video, if not sooner. Bye.